taking a nap in a car, dude. I love just being able to do. I kind of enjoy it sometimes. I don't know what it is. I'm like, hey, going on a sales call, and they're like, all right, man, we'll be back in like an hour and a half, and I'll go find like a secluded parking spot with a good tree that offers a little bit of shade, and then I'll just lean back the seat a little bit, roll down the windows, nice little breeze go in there, put on my earbuds, put an alarm on there for about an hour. Oh my God, heavenly. Underrated.
What with the show called Bodywrong?
I was just watching Goop backstage play the sickest Phil Collins drums. Every time I see somebody do air drums, I immediately think of In the Air Tonight.
Yeah, it's got to be 100% every time.
I just discovered Marilyn Manson did a cover of that song. It kicks ass, dude. It is amazing. Check it out.
Dude, think it's on Spotify?
Oh yeah.
It'll definitely go on our liked Spotify playlist.
I don't know what it is.
Maybe I gotta make a payment. They're mad that I haven't paid them their money.
Give them the money.
It's automatic. I had no money.
I have it connected to a crypto debit card, so I put $25 in, and it does it every 2 months, and then I always forget the third month, and they're always like, "Hey, cheapo," so I have to do it. But I get crypto when I make the payment, so it's like, all right, whatever.
What was that?
I mean,
did you just drop 1 minute and 15 seconds? I think is when that was. That was. You know what though? Did Matt say that we only had 12 last
Less
week?
than 20. Less than 20. I saw.
100. Yeah, it was 12. It's 100% a record for us three together in the same room.
Impressive and probably very boring. You know what? So I'm gonna go ahead and say
I think we need to ramp it up.
Record.
Yeah, those. I think 50 is a good minimum. You know what I mean? That's one a minute.
It's on here in the air tonight.
Yeah.
All right. I'll like it.
Every time somebody said something about like, hey, listen to Manson, the only thing, and this is terrible of me, I know, but the only two things I can think about is I'm like, that dude's responsible for Columbine. And and I know you guys can say this is a myth, whatever. Nope. I believe it. He took his rib out to suck himself.
Yeah, he 100% did that. I mean, if you had to ask me, like, if you put up his picture and was like, did this guy do this? And I didn't know who it was, I would say yes, every time.
And how does a rumor like that spread before the internet really even took off? Like, that's what's crazy. Like, we all knew that. We're just like, I can't even remember where I was at whenever I first heard that. And I'm like, I don't like that Marilyn Manson guy.
But here's the thing. It made every guy at least once attempt to see how far he could go to see if he could suck his own dick. And you never get anywhere close. You're like, all right, well, he definitely had to have removed something because I ain't getting anywhere near there.
Oh, man, whenever I did it, I was like, man, just one rib? I was like, there ain't no fucking way. Oh, there's me, too. I made it almost 3 minutes. Busted. Typical.
We'd have to make you a fucking paraplegic just to be able to suck your...
That's honestly what it is. I mean, it's an innie. I don't know how I'm even supposed to get all the way down there. My neck will hurt.
Anytime I hear any, all I think about is Severance now. That's every single time. It doesn't immediately hits Severance, which, by the way, you're a cuck for not watching. More than 2 episodes.
I'm into Righteous Gemstones. Again, I was doing that, but I haven't been into it as much as I previously was because it's been so damn busy. But at least I'm getting I'm watching those. I think I'm almost to the end of season 2.
You're a productive member of society right now, which is we don't like this, Euban. You're like the not drinking burley. It's throwing us off. That's why I was so excited when he sent the picture of the 6-pack of Miller Lite. I'm like, yes, vintage burley. I miss it.
It's the thing I did yesterday, and I don't know, maybe it's like the medicine. I don't know what it is. I've had different strains of weed too, so I can't say it's the weed, but I have you guys have a junk drawer in your house?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You don't have a junk drawer?
A what drawer?
A junk drawer where you have just miscellaneous things in a kitchen drawer?
Like playing cards, darts, random screws to things that you don't even own anymore.
Screwdriver, a hammer.
Well, that stuff all in
Yeah.
the garage, but I mean, that's how I like kind of like organize my cabinets stuff like that. But I mean, it's like random stuff. It could be like guns,
Save a
bullets,
bag of
or
rubber bands, which come in handy actually. I mean, you still use rubber bands, but I've
So-
had the same bag of rubber bands for it's at least 12 years old.
We are filthy human beings, and we had 2 junk drawers. That, I mean, just batteries. I mean, just light bulbs. You name it. Random stuff in this stuff, like little tea candles or wax melts. I mean, you name it. Just random stuff. And I organized that stuff because I organized my shop. I did the same thing that I was making fun of Goot because he's like, "Oh, it's in my garage. It's organized," and I'm like, "You serial killer." But I did that myself, and it was so therapeutic. I have everything hung up. Everything's organized. I have every socket organized in order and everything as well. I mean, it's actually encouraged me to fix more shit because I know where all my stuff is.
Are you autistic now? Is that like what you just explained just is autism for me. So does your medicine just instantly make you autsy or?
I don't know if it's like OCD or what, but I knew that there were some tools in the drawer. So my mind correlated. I'm like, hey, this project isn't actually fully done because there's tools in the drawer. So I was like, well, I'm just going to organize the entire junk drawers. And there was another task that I hate is socks. I hate sorting socks. Hate it. Right. So we'll just have a basket of unmated socks. And pretty much if you want to get socks, you just pick it from the pile yourself. You got to find them.
oh my
right?
God, that's
Family.
hell of me.
Oh, dude.
What
family
is
of
wrong
5.
with you guys?
A lot of socks. And so I
My
went over
eye
there.
is so dry. Ugh.
Okay, Ben Stein, dry eyes. You remember that?
These contacts, sometimes it's like they just like suck to your damn eyeballs.
Do you take him out at night?
Yeah, when I was younger, I didn't. And then because I didn't do that on ones that you're not supposed to, it gave me like a scratch on my cornea that is like a scar on my cornea. So now anytime I go to the eye doctor, they're like, hey, you got a scar on your cornea. I'm like, yes, I know that I have a scar on my cornea, you dickhole.
Dude, it's in my file too, that scar that I have on my eye, And
Yeah.
they're always like, hey, you got something in your eye? I'm like, no. Wait, really? What is it? And he's like, man, look, it's like red. And I was like, you think I wouldn't have noticed something like that? And they're like, yeah. Crazy, right? And I was like, dumbass, I've had it since I was 13, you stupid piece of shit. And they're like, oh, sorry. Well, how would you get that fixed? I'm like, don't you think I would have gotten it fixed if there was an option to get it fixed? You stupid. I hate living out in the middle of nowhere because the doctors don't have to be out. I don't think they actually have to go to school. I'm not fully convinced that they do. I think that it's just like they called dibs when they started these like small towns. They're like, hey, what do you want to be? They're like, eye doctor, I guess. You know what I mean? And then there's like the town creep that's like, dibs on the dick doctor. It's just like, what the hell? All right, urologist, I guess. Then there you go, Tim.
That's actually funny.
I don't know. It just, this guy, every single time that I go over there, they always say the same thing. But I sleep in my contacts. I don't ever take my contacts out.
That is so bad for your eyes. Like astronomically bad for your eyes.
Yeah.
Like you got to wake up and be like, oh God, of course I gave him fuel to put me in the cover of the damn episode every time. Son of a...
You look like Stephen Hawking there for a second.
Right?
That look good.
I know. I know. I saw myself and I'm like, yeah, damn it. You know what? I'll leave this for you, Matt.
Love you, Matt. Thanks for adding to this mess. So yeah, I can't even imagine the hell you guys go. I don't wear contacts, so like I can't even imagine the hell that you guys go through with that.
I'm blind, bro. Like I have astigmatism. Like I decide, I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll go get the laser surgery. I've seen Final Destination. I don't believe it'll happen to me. And apparently the layer of film on my eye is too thin. So they have like a machine that can scan your whole eyeball and it's too thin. So I'd have to get the painful one.
Oh,
The one where they have to cut in, flip it back, shave it, put it, and I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'll just wear contacts the rest of my life. I'm cool. I'm not leaving that up to a doctor. I'd rather leave it up to a machine than a doctor because, they'll f something up. I'll be blind.
I know, right? Speaking of Final Destination, there was a publicity stunt they did like on an 18-wheeler carrying like logs promoting the movie on the highway. I wish I saw that to see people's reactions.
Ain't no way.
I still, to this day, ever since Final Destination, will not be behind a log thing. And if I have to, I'm freaking out the whole time.
Oh, I'm trying to get around that thing as quickly as humanly possible. I'll take a different exit if I have to. I'm like, nah, ain't gonna
It's a
catch me
genius
slipping.
move. Like, that was a genius marketing strategy.
It's there's no way I can do it. I mean, so you'll never experience the sleeping with your contacts in, and then like he was saying, you wake up and you still can't see anything, but the sleep that you get on the outside of your eye is like on the inside, and so you have to like rub this goo pretty much. It's not healthy. My eyes are definitely
There's
messed
something
up.
wrong with your eyes because I don't get goo, but
I
I
think
also don't sleep with my contact.
somebody's busting in my eyes when I'm sleeping. I think somebody's giving me something, but I don't know. Like I think I told you guys before too. I already have eye issues anyways, but I had to have like shots directly into my eyeball. Dude, that's what the medicine is. That's what they told me. They're like, hey, we have this medicine that isn't like FDA approved, but like this is because I was gonna go blind in one of my eyes, and they were like, hey, this is the only chance really. And I was like, okay. And so they propped my eye open, and they had a Q-tip, and they rub it all over my eye, and I was like, damn. And it dried it out so bad. I was like, man, that medicine kind of hurt. And the person kind of like their jaw dropped and go, oh honey, that's the numbing. We're getting ready to put a shot in your eye. And I go, the fuck. I was like, first I thought it was eye drops, and I was like, then you guys put a Q-tip directly into my skull from my eye, and I was like, now you're telling me you're gonna put a needle in there, and they're sitting there like flicking it, and they're like, all right, don't look directly into it. How the fuck am I not supposed to look at something terrifying like that? I can't even get my blood drawn because I am a quivering pussy when it comes to needles. And I'm like, and you want to put one in my eye? And they're like, yeah, it's either that or just
Go blind.
go blind. And I was like, that's cool. Take it. I don't give a shit. Just take the eye out. Put me out. It's
I'll
cool.
wear
And
an
I
eye
was like, eye
patch.
patches are cool nowadays.
Yeah.
I'll get some puss with it.
I give myself a shot every 8 weeks for psoriasis. So I've been doing it since I was 17, but it was worse because when I was 17, it was experimental. So it was like old school needle or old school syringe and the little vial with the liquid that you had to like shake up. And my mom would do it, and she was awful at it. She would f me up. She'd jab me, and I'm like, goddamn! And she pulled it out, and I'm like, Mom, what are you doing? She would, and it was like right in my arm, like, which I'm pretty sure you're not even supposed to do it like in the bicep, like it's not supposed to go there. Like when I do it, it's like right behind, it's like in your thigh on the upper part of your leg. Like you just pinch your skin, and you have to go in at like a 90-degree angle, and you don't even feel it. I'll bleed a little bit sometimes, especially if I was drinking. It's funnier when I do it when I'm drinking. But it's you just
I
get
knew
used
you were
to
a
it.
junkie.
Yeah, no, I couldn't do that. Definitely not putting shit in my veins. That would freak me out way too much. Plus two, I'm like fat, so it's like hard to find my veins. So I probably just come into work, half my arm be hanging off. I would not be a good junkie at all. But so I wanted to get to this real quick because we talked about marketing schemes, and I think you guys will get a kick out of this. So I have a TikTok, and this is an account that I follow. It's a real estate company that fixes up houses in Kensington. Now, if you're familiar with Kensington, it is a place in Pennsylvania that's pretty much one of the worst places you could ever live. And I don't know if it's a joke. I actually do think it looks like a real estate company. But damn, are the comments hilarious? Not to mention the house. So let me share this bitch.
That's half the reason, or the entire reason why you follow that kind of stuff, just for the comments.
Just the comments are absolutely hilarious. Can you guys see this? Okay.
Yeah.
So let me
That's
put
like
on.
the move.
Look at the front for starters. Let's see.
I like how the bottom window is barred too.
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
All right, hold on.
Oh.
It looks nice. If you would have, all right. So this is definitely an AI voice too. By the way, it's not even a real person.
Uh-huh.
I'm sure. They mentioned it twice. All right, so on to the comments. Do I have to log in to see comments?
That's lame.
Oh, womp womp.
I didn't know that I needed to log in for comments.
That was so depressing. I wonder what the square footage was for that house.
I don't
Dude,
know.
the bars on the outside are absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
Dude, I used to have bars in my windows when I lived in Las Vegas, and we were right off of Martin Luther King Jr. Street. It was a little rough down there.
These codes, man. Just send me the damn code.
So
there it is.
I had to ask one of my employee like coworkers. I was like, "Hey, so what's your password?" Because I was like trying to log into their like operating system, and she just looks at me and her like eyes got really big. She was like, "It's Big Nuts 87," and I was like, "No, the fuck it's not." And I started cackling. I was like, "No, you're lying," and she's like, her face got really red. She's like, "It is." She's like, I've used it since I was like 13. And I was like, "What?" And I was like, "You?" And so I type it in, and sure enough, it worked. And I was like, my jaw dropped. And I was like, and she's like, "Don't tell nobody." She's like, "God damn it." And I was like, "That's your password for everything, isn't it?" And she's like, "Literally everything." And I was like, "That's insane." I was like, I love you, girl.
All right, here you go. I'm going to use this audio and show the real Kensington. The city should pay me $1,400 to move to Kensington. The prison cell on the porch really sells it.
Yep.
There was another one. The Visa gift card took me out.
The one above it was priceless. The entire city of Philadelphia choked on its Wawa coffee.
Oh, yeah. Everybody from Philly said, "What?" and gave the same face. I thought this was satire. The Visa gift card encaged in front porch tells you all you need to know. Like, this is like a legit thing. Like, if you read this, it's just all comments from Philly people. My eyebrows almost left my face. Like, this is that type of account that you'd follow just strictly for the comments, because they're trying obviously to make money. Someone with money got bored and was like, "You know what? I'm going to renovate places in Kensington and rent them out. But how do I get people to move in? Oh, I'll just do social media. That's the easiest way to do it." And that video had like 400 something. How many views did that have? Hold on. The video had, it's hard to like see the views on, I don't know. It has almost 13,000 likes, 4,000 comments, 1,446 bookmarks, and I'm pretty sure it had like 250,000 views or something. So like literally, it's just people, and like people are ratioing the shit. Like some of these comments, like the top comment said, "My sign to move where" has 21,000 likes.
Crazy.
So like, you know, I don't know, dude. I mean, if they're serious, that's hilarious. But if you're renting a house in Kensington for the $100 Visa gift card, that is not going to pay for your funeral.
No.
So, what they should do is actually offer a final expense policy for anyone that lives there and be like, look, we'll pay for it. So if you die, you can leave money to whoever you want. That's what I would do.
I mean, what are the odds with that kind of publicity? Anybody renting that place? There's no way.
That's the second one of that I've seen from them. So they have to be going through. That video has 468,000 likes. All of their videos are for places in Kensington. All of them. And this one starts looking for a space in Kensington. Oh, I commented on this one. I said, this is satire, right? Oh my God. I don't know, dude. I would rather be homeless. Like I would live in my car, like in a good area before I would live in a house in Kensington.
Have you ever taken a nap in a car? Dude, I love just being able to do. I kind of enjoy it sometimes. I don't know what it is. I'm like, hey, going on a sales call, and they're like, all right, man, I'll be back in like an hour and a half. And I'll go find like a secluded parking spot with a good tree that offers a little bit of shade. And then I'll just lean back the seat a little bit, roll down the windows, nice little breeze go in there, put on my earbuds, put an alarm on there for about an hour. Oh my God. Heavenly. Underrated.
What?
So
he's getting that nap, Goot, because he can't see because of his contacts.
Right? That's what I was just thinking too. So I googled Kensington, Philadelphia, and the first thing that pops up is this neighborhood in River Ward section in Philadelphia. It's known for its history of industrial decline and subsequent poverty.
It is not a place you even want to drive through. Burley actually. Was this our New Year's? I think on our New Year's show, which of course we were drinking and it was a normal rage and pillage, but we were watching. There's actually live street cameras for Kensington that you can watch, and it's like you just see homeless people, drug addicts, hookers. Like it's actually like hilarious TV. Like if you got bored or stoned, you could just literally watch the live cameras from Kensington.
I'm so glad I live out in the middle of freaking nowhere where I don't have to worry about like anything like that. Like we still have addicts, don't get me wrong, but they kind of stay in their house until they blow up their house type of shit.
Crystal meth explosion.
Yeah. Goot, I know you wanted to talk about something as well, and I want to give you the opportunity. I know you've been waiting a couple weeks for this. You've been edging.
Well, I was waiting for like Matt and Burley to show up, but so Max and I are the same age. I know you're a few years younger than us, but it dawned upon me as I was moving everything that this year is my 20-year anniversary for high school, and I laughed at myself thinking, I'm like, I'm not going. And I was like, is this like a more of a generational thing for older people to go to? And like nowadays, there's like social media and like, would you guys go to your high school reunion?
Go ahead, Ewan.
So I went to my 10-year reunion, I believe. And so I'll hit my 20 in 3 years. So I don't know. I went to my 10-year. I'd probably go to my 20, and the thing is, we have 19 kids that graduated in my class.
Oh my
God. Not a lot. And a lot of people still kind of live, or a few of them still live in the same area, and we have kids that go to the same school. And so it's just a small community. So they're like, hey, you want to go meet at the Mexican restaurant? I'm like, hell yeah. So and then go to like the local dive bar or whatever. And it's just usually a whole bunch of rednecks shouting slurs. But no, that's usually the reunion. It's nothing big. So I'm like, I'll get out of the house for a couple hours.
See, I would probably do that, but I graduated with, it's nothing of T-Dog's stature because she graduated with like 2,000 or something people in her high school. Mine was 1,600, 1,300. I don't know, 1300 or 1600, I forget.
Crazy.
Yeah, I
Same
mean, there's some
here.
people I don't even know that I graduated. Like I went to, but I was a transplant, so like my parents divorced, so like I lived with my dad and my mom, and then when they divorced, I stayed in one school district for a little while, moved with my mom because like that's the first thing you always do. Hated my stepdad because he was a cuck. Moved back with my dad who was on a bender because my mom divorced him, so it was like always crazy shit at that house. And like people would just be high on the couch because my dad had like 3 college roommates. So like I would just come downstairs and pick their pockets of change for lunch for school because my dad would forget to give me change. I was on reduced lunch because we were poor, so it was like 35 cents for high school lunch, or school lunch, whatever. And but I lived with my dad then I went from one school district, and then I graduated in a different school district. I went there for 4 years. So I only knew the people I graduated with for like 4.5 years. So it wasn't like T-Dog, when she graduated, she knew everybody. Like she went to, pre-kindergarten or whatever, preschool with them. I only knew the people for 4 years. So I didn't really give a fuck,
It's crazy. Yeah, my class is about 1,500 as well. But I don't really care to see anybody. The people I see from high school are people in my fantasy football league, like our big money league, and do a live draft every year. So I see everybody who I want to see. I'm good.
That's crazy. Seeing like, so there's a big high school that's like 15 miles away from us. That's like 300 kids in the class, maybe 250, maybe. And
that's special ed schools for us.
I know, right?
I know that's just great. And like I was a transplant one as well because I moved here when I was in the 6th grade, and so same, like I grew up with these guys for about 6 years, which was still a decent time, but
Yeah, it's still decent.
but yeah. So I mean, I don't know, I like it out here, but graduations, yeah, man, it struggles to last about 30 minutes, if that. And that's
Wow.
with music, slideshows, a concert, everything, and like it's quick. But there was one kid that I hung out with that he graduated in a town about 15 miles east of here, and he was in a graduating class of 6. So, and we play 8-man football around here. It's legit,
Where are you? What planet is this?
dude. Yeah, 8-man football. Oh, you don't know.
That's just depressing.
That's
I
true.
don't know if I could do it, dude. Like I told you when we were in Mass for that wedding. No, like you have no features of life that makes it easier. Outside of like you guys being alone, like you could shoot guns on your property if you want or whatever. I mean, I have to say hi to my neighbor if he's outside because it's like common courtesy. But you guys don't even see your neighbor unless you drive somewhere. Like today, my neighbor was outside. I'm like, "Hey Dan, hey Rob, oh, getting set up for summer? Yeah, cool, me too." That's like that. That's the conversation you have to have because that's your neighbor. I mean, he's a cool dude. I mean, he's a good dude, But if I didn't like him, it'd be even worse. Like, hey, what's up, Dan? Like I wouldn't even try to make small talk. But sometimes I'm like, you get home from work. My drive is 45 minutes, and maybe you can agree with me here. You get home, you've got to take a shit. It's like one of those shits that's like you had to take the shit 30 minutes into the ride, or like 15, 20 minutes into the ride, and you still had 20 minutes to finish. So you're pulling in and you're like, you're doing the poop shuffle pass. You're like, hey, Dan, see you, Dan. Bye, Dan. Like, he's like, you're just, you're doing the poop shuffle.
Squeezing them cheeks.
Thanks, T-Dog.
What'd she say?
Rob, you poop 8 times a day. Coming from the person who pooped 3 times since she's been home today.
Wait, so are you not taking your gummies?
I am taking my gummies, yeah.
Dude, maybe it's me.
No, T-Dog's got me a good... T-Dog's got a good shake that we drink on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays that has like all these seeds in it. And I mean, I definitely poop normal after those, for sure. Solid, guys.
After you drink them seeds, you're going to give her your seed. You know what I mean?
Giggity.
So I know, you guys were all talking about how you wanted to bring up something. And I wanted to bring up, so did I tell you I got those buy one get one free tickets to see Stained and Breaking Benjamin, right? Dirt cheap tickets. And I was like, all right, it's gonna be the nosebleeds, whatever. So I told my daughter, I was like, hey, we gotta leave at a decent time because parking down there, oh, and you know what I mean? It's in the big city and everything else. I'm already anxious as fuck. I'm like, I hate this shit. So we're driving over there and I passed the first parking garage because I was talking to her and I was like, oh shit. I was like, I missed that. And she's like, it's okay. And the venue's like right there next to me. And I look over right across the street and it says event parking. And I was like, oh, damn, right across the street, $30. And I go, worth it. Absolutely. I'm going to park right here. And she was like, look at that. And I pull, the guy that was taking the money, he's like, hey, he's like, pull into this, a specific spot. He goes, that's the biggest spot here and the easiest one to get in and out of. And I was like, let's go, dude. Turns out I was able to get the hell out of there in like 30 seconds. Not even that, dude. Easiest I've ever got in and out of a concert ever. But I was telling her, I was like, we're going to get up to the doors. There's a long ass line before they let you in. It's about an hour before the show. And I was like, it's probably going to be a lot of people waiting in line. And she's like, oh, okay, that's fine. That's fine. We kept getting closer and closer to the door. Eventually somebody opens it up and they're like, hey, tickets. And I'm like, and pull up my phone and I'm like, okay. And they're like, oh, enjoy the show. And I was like, there's no line? The hell? Walking in and she's kind of like, you're lying. Like, this has been the easiest way to get into a concert ever. I'm like, it is never like this here. I was like, this is insane. There was no line for the concessions ever. We got down to the merch aisle and there was like 50 people waiting in line. And I just happened to peek. There's 10 individual rows, but everyone's waiting for the first row, right? And I'm just like, oh, this. I go all the way to the end. There's 2 people waiting in front of me. And I'm like, absolutely. Yes. And my daughter's like, this is easy. And I'm like, I don't know what's going on. But I was like, you're getting very lucky on everything here. So we get all the way up to these nosebleed seats, get our concession stuff. And I talk to everybody because I don't know why. I always try to get a laugh at everybody. So whenever I walk in, there's like this little attendant and she's like, hey, or I walk in, I was like, hey, I heard you're the one I need to bribe to get better seats. And I was like, I can't breathe up here. Shit's thin, and my daughter's like rolling her eyes and the lady's like, actually, it's the lady down there that you need to talk to. And there's the lady walking in the middle of the rows. And I was like, she's just passing a buck, and I go up to her. I was like, hey, your friend says I need to bribe you to get better seats. And she's like, honey, you don't need to bribe me. She's like, and she pulls out the stack of tickets and she's like, you want to go to the lower level? And I go, get the out of here.
God damn.
And I was like, for real and everything. And my daughter's like, this is awesome. And I was like, bitch, you are good luck. And I was like, if we get VIP, we're going to every goddamn concert that we can get our hands on. Like, what the fuck? So my friend ended up getting tickets and he kept bragging about how he was lower level. We ended up getting 2 rows behind him, right? Again, I spent $12.50 per ticket. He dropped $125 per ticket before the fees. And so whenever I sent him a picture of like behind his head, he just goes, how did you get over here? And I was like, we got upgraded, bitch. And he just goes, no way. And I was like, good things happen to good people. Good things happen to good people. And he's like, you gotta be kidding me. And what was weird is there was 3 people sitting next to us. They left right after the opener. I was like, what the hell? So we ended up scooting over. We had leg room the entire time. There was no rooms, like no people next to us the entire time. Great concert. It was awesome. It was a good time.
How many people were there?
I feel like it's probably...
It was almost sold out. They said it was sold out online. It was definitely not sold out. But I would like say I don't know how much that place holds, but it was 3/4 of the way full, I would say. It was pretty busy.
Wow. You know what? They probably deal with a bunch of drunk assholes all the time and people that are just mean to them. And you were just nice, which is, if more people did that, we have positive outcomes. But people just are douchebags to people. Like, I'm nice to every like server, like unless they give me a reason to not be nice. Like, I'm not one of those people where I'm going to be nice to you just because I have to be nice. Like, if you're a dick, I will treat you the same way back, or you ain't getting shit from me. You know what I mean? But if you're like a nice person, like I always try to start being nice immediately. And I say thank you probably a really annoying amount of times. Like T-Dog is, I'm sure, annoyed
Same.
with how many times I say thank you.
Remember that time you said I love you on the phone?
I did say I love you to someone on the phone by mistake. We
I like
go
how
to the
she had that ready immediately. She's
Yeah,
like, "Hey,
yeah.
stupid, remember this?"
She's had it in the chamber for as soon as I started talking. She's like, "Oh yeah." No, but we go to the same restaurant every year in the city for Valentine's Day and both of our birthdays. It's a chain. It's called Ocean Prime. It's just we love their food, and they know us. But we were on our way down and we were going to be late, so I called and I was like, "Hey, we're going to be late. Blah blah blah. Yeah, awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I love you." And when I hung up, she's like, "Did you just say to the hostess you love them?" And I'm like, "It's because I was looking at you." Like it's like that, like your brain, just isn't, I don't know, whatever. I don't talk to people on the phone that much either. It's if I'm talking to anyone, it's my mom, my dad, or her. So like I'm saying I love you to all those people, So I don't know, whatever. But
Good cop out.
you just got to be nice to people. That's all you got to do. Okay. There's the clip.
It gets you far. It gets you far. What you, Goot? You ever get anything hooked up because you were super nice to anybody?
Oh yeah, all the time. I mean, it's like we have like our place to be with my wife and I go to regularly, and like, I'll get free drinks. Like they just hook me up. I look at the receipt, like I see like half the drinks missing. They'll only charge me the shot or the rail for it. I'm like, keep it coming. Love you guys. I'll be back next week.
Hell yeah. Dude, I know this is disgusting too, but I love me some Long John Silver's. I've said it before. I love the chicken from Long John Silver's. Delicious, right? And whenever I get that 3-piece combo, the guy kind of judged me too. I don't remember if I said this last time, but I was like, "Hey, can I get extra hush puppies?" And he goes, "That's 8, right?" And I was like, "Damn!" Immediately, he just goes, I was like, "I know what I'm about, pussy. Like, yeah, give me those 8 hush puppies. Everything's okay." But whenever I'm like super nice to them over the speaker, it's happened every single time. I get the 3-piece combo. I get at least like 4 or 5 chicken planks in there, man. And I'm like, it's because I was nice, And there was 10. There was 10 hush puppies in there, and you be damned, I ate every single one of them. I was like, yeah. I was like, no diet today. This shit's going down. I did 2 at one time. It was very homosexual, and I would have made eye contact with either one of you guys while I did it.
I got us upgraded to first class once. Well, actually a bunch, because I'm always nice to the airport people, because I'm sure they got to deal with some crazy ass people.
Oh, yes.
But me and T-Dog, I've gotten us upgraded a couple times for super, either free or super cheap. And on work trips, my one buddy, it was like his like first or second time traveling, and we were down in Alabama, I think, and I was just super nice to the lady, and she was very Southern, and I was like, "Hey, do you guys have any, first class?" And she's like, "Oh, honey, probably like gonna be like $80 or whatever, blah blah." And I'm like, "Yeah, do you have anything that I wouldn't have to pay for?" And she's like, "I got you. I got the hookup." And I'm like, "Yes." So I went back, and my buddy was at the bar and he was drinking because he's like deathly afraid of flying. And I'm like, "Yo, you need to go to this lady. This is what she looks like. Go say, 'Hey, I'm trying to upgrade my flight, blah, blah, blah.'" And so he's like, "Oh no, man." I'm like, "Just do it." So she goes, and she said the same thing to him, like $80. And he's like, "God, do you have anything?" She's like, "Were you talking to this other gentleman?" It's like, he's like, "Oh, I work with him." She's like, "All right, I'll hook you up too." He got free first class flights. I mean, it's a short flight. It's like, 2 or 3 hours, something like that. But it was, it's always good to have first class.
Oh yeah, no doubt. More leg space is crucial. So I was trying to think of a topic, how to word it carefully with people listening. Um, so that's a good example for my kids. Helping people, being nice, and just being there when you need to. So last week I had an incident where somebody was riding their lawnmower up a 45-degree angle. They shouldn't have been doing it. They flipped over. They're deep in the woods, and I get a call saying, "Come help." I come help, paramedics come, EMS come, and I'm up there. It takes 8 of us to get the person in a basket and down the hill to the emergency. They can like get her staple and stuff like that to the hospital. So one of my kids is like, "You don't like her, do you?" I'm like, No, but I had to help. That's the right thing to do.
Dude, you have that picture up too of the lawnmower, right?
Yeah, hang on. I got you.
Put that bad boy back. When I saw that, I was like, what the? And I always feel bad too, because again, I opened up your guys' messages at like 4 o'clock in the morning. And I bet they're like, Euban, respond to one more message this early. I still do.
I never respond to messages. I'm terrible at it. Jesus.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so that was fun.
Why were they doing that?
I don't know. I think she was angry over something. I think she's angry because we're moving, and there's a lot of stuff, and she was like trying to get her frustration out, and led to that.
Goodness. That's crazy.
But miraculously, nothing
I would
broke,
probably
so.
break my neck. Yeah, I would break my neck. That's what would happen if I did it.
I'm always afraid. I got like these banks around my area too, and I'm like, man, one of these days I'm gonna get on there and run my foot over or something like that. You guys probably, this is probably like a small rural thing, but you guys probably never had like a safety fair day where it was like talking about like tractor safety and stuff. And
No.
that's okay. So, but they're talking about like the importance of not getting near like the baler and stuff, and getting wrapped up in some of the equipment, and having loose articles of clothing, and what to do if it does happen, if you get ran over. That shit was wild back in the day.
Tractor Safety Day is hilarious. I think it should be a national thing, and we should just do it and have it in schools just for the of it. Because you imagine having a net, like if schools here did that, they'd be like, "What do I need to know that for?"
Dude, I'm gonna take a picture next time that they have bring your tractor to school day. Like they will all park their tractor out in the front of the school. I swear to God,
That's priceless.
That
it's
is
wild.
the hickest thing that I've ever heard you say.
I told you, living out in the sticks ain't easy. But I did look at the time, and I don't believe I even said too, this was an episode of the Bodywrong Podcast. Thank you guys for joining with us for these wonderful 42 minutes. It did fly by, and I believe we even talked about every topic we discussed beforehand, and that
Doesn't
might even be a
happen.
record. That doesn't happen often, so we may have said a little bit more.
We
But-
did say more. And
We
it
did
felt
stay on
good.
topic,
It
but
felt
we stayed on topic, so maybe that's what encouraged us to do it. So if we had to add a little bit of the F word to get some productivity done, so be it. But we do appreciate you guys, and be sure to join us next week when I believe it might be, rumor says, our 100th episode. So we'll have something planned, maybe something special. So until next week, we will see you guys later. Hit us with that outro.
Tony, Matt, Tyson, Goot, Euban, and Rob are bringing this show for y'all. They're gonna say what they want and keep it raw with the show called Bodywrong.